Okay, if you guys can still find these in stores, I got mine from Five Below. They are the red and green holiday Haribo gummy bears. They are so freaking good. The regular strawberry and raspberry. Oh my god. All red and green gummy bears in one pack. And for those of you that are picky like me, that only eat red and green and sometimes white, they're amazing. I have a whole pack of red and greens. Like, what more can I ask for? Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is the last video of 2017. Is it gonna be? I think it's gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna have a time to upload a New Year's Eve tutorial. I'm just so busy. But anyways, today's video is going to be my 2017 favorites. These are all favorite things that I have. I actually have some clothing and some other favorites in here, not just makeup, which is kind of exciting. So yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be a long video, so let's just hop right into it. Okay, first of all, let's look at my shirt. Okay, cute, right? I'm a cat. Whatever. Meow. Cute. I freaking have ears. They don't stand up, which kind of makes me sad. But I still have ears. Okay, anyways, just got that for Christmas. Not a favorite of this year, just got that. So yeah, all right, so I'm gonna kind of go in order of stuff I would do for my face. I'm gonna start with beauty products, and then I'll put the other stuff at the end, because I know that this is the majority of stuff that you guys come here to watch. So, my #1 primer for this year was the Benefit Professional. Yes, I still only use sample sizes of this stuff. Have yet to buy a full size, but these things last like so long. These sample sizes, like, it's ridiculous. You only need the teeniest amount of this product, and I use it almost every single day. It's insane. I've hardly put this down this year. I like can definitely notice on days when I decide not to use it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use this different kind of primer, or I'm gonna try this one out, and I can just tell my makeup doesn't wear the same, it doesn't look the same. This stuff is just so good. I love it so much. It just really fills in your pores. It doesn't dry my skin out, and it just looks amazing. I love it. Okay, so next, moving on to foundation, I actually have two favorites in this category. The first one is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I wear this every single time I wear makeup, like, unless I decide to wear a foundation stick. If I'm wearing a liquid foundation, I am wearing this, at least a tiny pump of it. There's just something about this foundation that just works so well with my skin. I'm actually not wearing it today, which is really funny because I'm testing out a different foundation. But other than today, I wear this every single day. I'm in the shade Fair, which is the lightest shade, which is kind of a bummer because it's not very light at all. Like, this is even a little dark for me. But the kicker with this foundation is that they have a white shade. So you can take this white shade and mix it in with any of the foundations to lighten them up. And I just think this is so revolutionary for the drugstore. They don't ever really have anything like this. Like, this is something that higher end makeup brands do, that makeup brands that do like Halloween or special effects makeup do. Drugstore brands don't do white foundation. So I just think that's a really, really, really awesome thing that they did. And yeah, the formula of this is just so good. It's definitely a dewy finish foundation, definitely good for dry skin, but I feel like it wears a really long time and it looks really good on my skin for pretty much ever. And the second foundation is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I just think this is such a great long wearing foundation, especially from the drugstore. The shade range in this is definitely a step in the right direction. It's definitely not perfect. We could definitely expand some more, but it's a step in the right direction. I'm so proud of Wet n Wild for doing that, and I just love this foundation so much. It's a nice, like, natural, maybe semi-matte finish. It's definitely not super matte, and it's definitely not dewy either. It also wears a really long time on the skin. Typically, I mix these two together, one because it gives me a nice shade, and two because this one adds a little bit more coverage and long wearing, whereas this one gives me like the dewy naturalness that I love. So these together work really well. Just a suggestion for dry skin girls that want a really good combo. I love these, but this by itself also just works really, really well. Okay, next for concealers, I also have two. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This one is in the shade Light, and it's actually empty. I have to buy some more of this. All of my concealers decided to run out like the week before Christmas. All of them just decided to just run out all at the same time, and I was like, really? Really, you guys are gonna do this right now? So if my concealer doesn't look great right now, it's because I'm using one that I like but I don't love, and my favorites have completely just ditched on me. So yeah. But anyways, I love this concealer so much. One, it's from the drugstore, so it's super affordable. And two, I just love the formula of this. For some reason, whenever I put this under my eyes, everything looks smooth and blurred. Like, I can tell on days when I'm wearing this and when I'm not. They just look so good. When I blend it out, everything looks full coverage and seamless and flawless. I don't know what it is about this. It just is so good. I love it. It also wears for a pretty long time. The only thing that sucks about this is the shade range. There's like 5 shades and that's it, which is kind of annoying because it's called Fit Me. So you're supposed to be able to find a shade that fits you. Doesn't really make any sense to me, but great concealer. If you can find your shade, I definitely recommend it. The second one is also from the drugstore. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, also empty. I freaking fell in love with this fall. This concealer has saved my under eyes in these dry months. Like, this stuff is beautiful. It's so liquidy. And I don't think it's super light coverage. People were kind of complaining that it had 0 coverage, which I don't find at all. I actually think it has a decent amount of coverage. I'm not someone who wants like super full coverage anyway. So for me, this is like a light, but I feel like I can make it to a medium coverage. I don't feel like it's full coverage, but I don't feel like it's super sheer. Literally any concealer that is a little bit more thicker and has a little bit more coverage to it, I will mix this with, and it just gives such a natural, dewy glow underneath the eyes without being like greasy looking. It's just really great, and I love the applicator as well. It's like that flat doe foot. Absolutely beautiful. I really like this stuff. Okay, so for powder, I'm gonna have to say the RCMA No Color Powder was definitely a favorite of this year. I actually don't use it out of the container. I have it in an old NYC powder container, but I do have the original bottle right here. Super annoying packaging. This packaging does not win 2017. But the powder is so good. I really love it. I'm wearing it today. I have been wearing my makeup all day. Please excuse the makeup if it does not look the best. But this stuff works really well. I do use this on my clients when I do client makeup if they are the right shade. If they're pretty dark, I will not use this powder. But for the most part, everybody can really benefit from this powder. It really brightens your under eyes. If I want a little bit extra coverage, I'll use my Coty Airspun, but if I really just want to set my concealer and have it look like my concealer but just set, I will use this. Does that make sense? Like, it literally adds no coverage, which I love. It just completely sets the concealer and it looks really great on the face. Okay, let's move into brows. Something that I just use every single day and has just really been a winner for me this year is the NYX eyebrow gel. This is my first tube of this and I still have not gone through this. I got this last year, I think for Christmas. Might be actually, or very soon around that time. This stuff is amazing. It's completely waterproof. Like, it's pretty freaking waterproof, you guys. Like, not even joking. And it's so good. It's the perfect shade for black eyebrows because it's definitely a black and brown. It doesn't look like eyeliner, which is annoying sometimes because brands will either do a really dark brown that you're just like, it's too brown and I have black eyebrows, it just doesn't work. Or they'll do like a black and you're like, okay, well I might as well just put eyeliner on my eyes because that would be less harsh. This is perfect. It's a nice black and brown. It's a nice cool tone shade, which is really nice. Let's say it's like cool tone neutral, which I like. I don't like when things are too red. It just works really well. It keeps your brows in place and it provides a good amount of coverage without looking cakey. A great eyebrow product. I highly recommend this for those of you that need to like draw in a tail of your brow. You don't have like completely full brows or have really no brows at all. This would probably be a great product for that. Okay, so I do not have a bronzer for 2017 because all I used was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I put that in my favorites last year, so I didn't really feel a need to mention it again. You guys know it's a favorite. I use it pretty much every single time I ever do a tutorial. I'm pretty much wearing it every single day. Still have not used up my first one, believe it or not. I don't think I'm ever gonna go through that thing. It's so amazing, but that is my favorite bronzer. I love it. For blush, I almost didn't put anything in here because, to be honest, I haven't found a blush that I'm like super in love with. I have a ton of blushes and I like all of them, but there's none that I'm like, yes, I love you, I need you, I couldn't live without you. So I almost didn't include anything in here. But I have a newer product that I have just been absolutely loving and wearing every single day, so I decided to throw this in. This is the LAQA & Co. Blush Highlighter. It's the Be Lighter in Preacher's Daughter. This is what it looks like. This is a cream product. I've always been like, who the heck uses cream blushes? I don't use them. They're a pain in the butt. Why? Why do I need a cream blush? You need this cream blush. For those of you that hate cream blushes, you will love this. So when I first looked at this, I was like, that's like really light. Like that could totally be a highlighter. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And then I swatched it and I was like, oh, it feels kind of like greasy. I don't know. And then I swatched it on my hand and I was like, okay, it's really pink. I'm more of a nude blush kind of girl. Don't know if I'm gonna love this. Let me tell you, this stuff is so good. Oh my gosh, it just provides the perfect glowy flush to your cheeks. The way I apply this is with my finger super easily. I just swirl it around like I just did, and before I set my concealer or foundation, I just pat all over. I put it right here on the apples of my cheeks and I bring it up here, and it just provides the most beautiful glowy flush. It's absolutely stunning. I don't know what is in this, what makes it so beautiful, because on your hand it just looks like a really sheer cream blush. It doesn't stay sticky, it doesn't stay like tacky. It's absolutely beautiful. You can layer blush over it and it also looks really good. It's just such a great product. I love it. It just looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. Okay, so for highlighters, I have 3 things. I have a liquid highlighter and then 2 powder highlighters. So for the liquid highlighter, I have to give a shout out to the Temp2 times BoxyCharm Liquid Glow. This stuff is just so beautiful. Every time I do natural makeup, I use this because it gives you the most beautiful wet glow in the whole entire world. I just take some of this and pat it into my skin. I'll put this on bare skin. I'll put this on fully made up skin. It does not matter. It looks so stunning. For those of you that want like a really blinding highlight like the Cover FX drops, this is not that type of product. But for those of you that want a beautiful glossy sort of look, this is your product, I'm telling you. So for my powder highlighters, I of course have to give a shout out to the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. What kind of 2017 favorites video would it be without this guy? I mean, come on. Everybody fell in love with this in 2017, and for good reason. It is an absolutely stunning highlight. This stuff is the most natural, gorgeous highlighter I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what Essence is doing with this, but you could charge 20 bucks for this and people would still buy it. But yet it's like $5, which makes it so much more amazing, and that's why I love it as well. This is in the shade 10, which is Be My Highlight, but I think they only have 1 shade. Even though it doesn't have a incredible amount of glow to it, it doesn't look chalky, which sometimes that happens with natural highlighters. It just kind of looks powdery and chalky, but this one does actually give you a nice pearlescent glow, and it's a beautiful color as well. Again, it's that same similar tone as the Temp2 drops. It's like a nude. And then for the blinding glow, I have to mention this Beat Up highlighter. This is Ofra Rodeo Drive. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on this stuff yet. I discovered this about halfway through 2017. It was like, what, May or June? I got this in my BoxyCharm and oh my goodness, I haven't put it down since. I'm wearing it today. I don't put this stuff down. This stuff will always stay with me. It is absolutely amazing. It is the most beautiful, glossy, blinding highlight that I have ever seen in my entire life. It is the perfect shade. You look at it and you're like, oh gosh, that's really gold. But then you put it on your face and it just looks like a glossy glow. It's like the Temp2 drops. It's really almost colorless. That's how beautiful and shiny it is. There's absolutely zero glitter in this, yet it is still blinding. I love this one more than my Champagne Pop, more than my Maybelline Molten Gold, more than any highlighter I have ever used More than any highlighter I have ever used. I just love this so much. It's so great. Okay, so let's move on to eyes. I have 2 eyeshadow palettes to share with you guys today. One's a little bit cheaper, one's a little bit more expensive, although they're not really that much different in price. The first one is the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. This is by Morphe. Of course, this palette just kind of broke the internet when it came out, I feel. This is just such an amazing palette. I just recently did a 5 best and 5 worst palette video, so I'm not gonna talk about this too much. You can go check out that video if you want more insight as to why I love this. It's just so stunning, and literally you only need this palette. I say it in that video and I'll say it again. You could have just this palette and you would be totally fine. It has almost every single color you need for like an everyday look, and you also have those nice pops of color. For someone who is a makeup lover and has everything, buy them this palette and they will now actually have everything, because you do not have everything until you have this palette. It's so good. And because that one kind of released later in the year, I decided to mention something that I've been using for a little bit longer, and that is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette also broke the internet in 2016 and 2017, I feel. It's just such a great palette. You get so many beautiful shades in here, and the pigmentation is just absolutely stunning. The blendability is great. Even though it is $40-something, you really will not regret this palette, because you can create natural looks, you can have like these nice pink shades and create bright looks, you can even create cool tone looks with this. It's a great, great palette. I highly recommend this to someone with green eyes or blue eyes. This will just make your eyes pop so beautifully. Next, I have kind of a random eyeshadow to mention. This is a single eyeshadow from ColourPop, and this is in the shade Paisley. This is one of their glitter sheers, and this thing is so freaking beat up. Oh my god. But this eyeshadow is life. This eyeshadow is life. This is basically a glittery sheer eyeshadow. That's literally what it is, a glitter sheer. Like, I don't even know if you can see this on my hand, but I have been using this so much this year. Oh my goodness. I will have any eye look that just looks a little bit like meh, a little bit bland, a little bit like meh, could use a little something. Do this, tap this on the eyes, and it's like bobbing. Like, it just adds this beautiful sparkle and shine to your eyes. Even though it is like actual little glitters, you don't need to use glitter glue with this. You'll get a little bit more if you do use a glitter primer, but you don't need to. You can just pat this on any sort of smoky eye. I'll do like an all matte eye and then just pat this on to add a little bit of extra sparkle. It looks so good. It's absolutely stunning, and I don't have anything like it. Okay, next I have a kind of randomish product, but it's another glitter product. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. Funny story, in my last year's yearly favorites video, I actually was wearing this for the first time, and now here it is in a yearly favorites. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today for a little extra glitter. It's just such a beautiful shade. It's gold, but it also has some like silver flakes in there, so it's not like too yellow. It just goes with so many different eye looks, and the application is so beautiful with this. Just really, really love it. I have used this so many times for like just a little plop of glitter on the lids. I've used it to put in my inner corners. I've actually used it as liner. It just works so, so well. Okay, so for actual eyeliner, I have to give a shout out to the NYX matte liquid liner. I don't know if it's under this name anymore. I feel like NYX is selling it under a different name, but it's whatever their like matte liquid liner like this is. This stuff is crazy. It doesn't say that it's waterproof, but I would guarantee you that this is almost waterproof. I have such a hard time getting this off when I wear it, which is great because it doesn't smudge, doesn't budge. It's completely matte, and it's so easy to apply because the brush tip on here is a little bit longer than most, and it's a little bit skinnier. So I just feel like it gives a super easy application. It also dries super fast, which I guess is a pro and a con, but it's not like the NYC liquid liner where you can blink and get it all over your eyes. That one's great, but that's my only pet peeve with that, is that I'll like blink and it'll get all in here and your eye look is then ruined. This one, however, dries super duper fast, so you do not have that issue. And again, it stays like all day, all night, doesn't smudge. When I go to rub it off, all my eye makeup will come off and I'll still have the eyeliner like right there, and you're like, well, okay then. I really, really found some great mascaras that I love this year, and I'm holding them in my hand. They are the Benefit Roller Lash and the Too Faced Better Than Sex. These two mascaras just give me amazing lashes. I'm wearing a pair of falsies today, but before this I had on just these two mascaras, and my lashes looked so good, if I do say so myself. But the Benefit Roller Lash is the best lengthening mascara that I have ever used. The wand on here is just so amazing. It's this nice curved wand. You can really get in. It gets every single lash and it separates everything and lifts the eye, but it also does give you a little bit of volume. It's not just strictly lengthening, which I like. But if you do want a little extra volume, I would totally go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I know some people hate this stuff. Other people love this stuff. I am one of those ones that loves it. It does not flake on me. It doesn't crumble. It doesn't get like runny and weird. This stuff works so well. Definitely gives you like an almost fluffy sort of looking lash. Definitely gives you an almost false lash effect. It's that good. Okay, let's talk about some setting sprays. I have two. The first one is the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. I know this is not a new product. I know, but it is just so good. I finally picked this up. This is the old packaging, by the way, and just give me a minute. It is so cooling on the face. It feels so good. It definitely gives you that nice dewy finish, but it also sets your makeup in place all day and all night. I just really love this. And this bottle is 4 ounces. I got this in the summer and I literally use it every single day and it is not gone yet, which says a lot to me. It says a lot that this is not gone, and I do think it is worth the money. The spray on this is so fine and beautiful, never spits at me, never leaves droplets on my face. Just a really great spray. And then the second one is the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Daily Defense Makeup Mist. I was torn between mentioning this one and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water because both of those have been amazing, like skin mist slash primer mist slash dewy mist this year. But honestly, if I have to choose one, I'm gonna go with this one because this I actually use as a skincare treatment, and it's also a lot cheaper. But this stuff is so great. It has key antioxidants, licorice extract, and vitamin E, and this stuff looks so beautiful. I will spray this after makeup to give a little bit of a dewy finish. I'll wear this with no makeup to give me like a nice hydrated look to the skin, and I'll actually use this at night or in the morning as part of my skincare routine. It smells really good. It smells like oranges, but it's not like obnoxious. It's not like a fake yucky orange scent. It doesn't last either. So you spray it and you're like, it smells good, but you don't walk around smelling oranges all day. It's not too perfumey, which I like. Moving on to lip products. I'm gonna mention the one that I am wearing right now first. So the product I'm wearing right now is the BH Cosmetics Luxe Lacquer. This stuff is so freaking good. I don't love anything that's like a lacquer or a gloss. Like, you guys know me, I hate glosses with a passion. I don't find a use for them. I have long hair, it gets in my mouth, I don't like it. This stuff, however, is the coolest product ever. So this is in the shade Coconut. This is in the shade Coconut. I found it. It's like in super tiny writing. So this has like a flat doe foot applicator, which I typically hate on liquid lipsticks, but just hear me out. This stuff applies so smoothly. It goes over all of your lip lines, and it kind of feels like goopy and thick when you're first putting it on. You're like, oh great, this is gonna be a goopy mess. But it's not at all. It feels like I am wearing like nothing on my lips or like a nice hydrating lipstick. But it gives you intense shine and intense color, but yet it stays put. I wore this to Christmas Eve, and I was there from like 3 till almost 9, and this stuff lasted almost the entire time. Towards the end, it started to kind of wear off after I'd eaten like tons of spaghetti. But other than that, this lasted the entire time. It looked shiny, it looked beautiful, it gave me that nice nude shade on my lips. It's absolutely amazing, and you don't have to worry about it transferring. It doesn't really get stuck in your hair either, which is my fave. For liquid lipsticks, I have to give a shout out to the Sephora lip creams. I almost called them soft matte lip creams. The Sephora cream lip stains. While I mostly wore Ofra lip creams this year, these guys are by far my favorite. The only reason why I don't wear them a lot is because I only had this shade at first and then a little mini sample of a red shade. Now I have number 40, which is a more nude shade, so I'll be able to wear this. I'll be able to wear them more, which makes me very happy. But these are just so great. They're so creamy. They stay on your lips for so long. In my Black Friday vlog, I wore that red one from like 6 o'clock in the morning until almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I only had to kind of touch it up once. It stayed so well. They're not super drying. They don't crumble. They are just so good. I love them so much, and they're actually a pretty good price point. They're 14 bucks, which is pretty affordable when you think of liquid lipsticks. It's almost drugstore price. Okay, so I'm gonna mention a nail product. These are the KL Polish nail polishes. These are created by Kathleen Lights. She is an amazing YouTuber, and she created her own nail polish line. If I could only choose one polish to use for the rest of my life, it would be these ones. They are just that good. I bought one of her like more glittery shades. I haven't tried it out yet, but all of her cream polishes, oh my god, they are so good. I have these shades Gumption, Mommy Martha, and Snickerdoodle here, but I have a bunch of other ones in my drawers over there. They're just so beautiful. They last for at least a week. They are so good. I love the brush. It's kind of like a thicker, Sally Hansen has some brushes like this. It's like a thicker brush, but it's not too fat at the end, which is nice because for those of you that have smaller nails, like my little sister can still use these nail polishes just fine. And then me, who has a little bit more bigger nails, I can use these as well just fine. They're super pigmented. They are so amazing, and I love them. They also dry in a fairly good amount of time, so highly recommend these. And they're only 8 bucks. So I am not someone to ever wear body lotion. I just don't have dry skin on my body. I have it on my face, but not on my body. So I never ever wear body lotions. I feel like it's like an extra step, and I just don't like it. I'll put them on my legs, but that is about it. But I have found a body lotion this year that I actually put on after my shower, and I'm so proud of myself. I feel like a big girl. And it is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I think it's pronounced boom boom, like boom boom cream. I say bum bum. It says bum bum to me, okay? This stuff, oh my god, is the best lotion I've ever used. For this little thing, it's like 20 something bucks. I don't even care. This isn't the biggest size, but let me tell you, you need such a little amount of this stuff, and the smell, they have a perfume out now, and I smelled it, but the cream honestly smells way better. This stuff is so beautiful. And it lasts for so long. I'm just gonna put some on my hands right now because I just want to smell it. It smells so good on the body. It's definitely a vanilla, warm, sugary vanilla coconut scent, but it definitely has a little bit of like a perfume sort of smell to it too. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like nothing I've ever smelled before. It is the perfect scent for those of you that like warm scents, but sometimes vanillas and coconuts can be too heavy. It's perfect for that because it is still light and fresh, but it has that nice warm sweetness. Because I'm not someone that likes anything floral. I don't like citrus, but I like things that are fresh and sweet and nice and warm as well. So it's the perfect combination. It smells so good. Okay, so I have 2 types of clothing. One's a brand, one's an actual item that I want to mention this year. The first one is this sweater right here. You guys have seen me wear this thing in so many videos. I'm wearing it in almost every tutorial, at least in the beginning when I'm doing my makeup. I've worn it in actual videos before, and I wear this around the house constantly. I bought it last March, and I basically haven't taken it off since. This is the Kendall and Kylie collection sweater from PacSun. Don't know if they still sell this or not because I did buy it back in March, but it is the most soft, most beautiful baggy sweater ever. It is in one size, and I do feel like this would fit a lot of sizes, and I love it so much because you put it on and it's a baggy sweater, but it's not too long, and the sleeves are nice and big, but it's just baggy enough to where it still looks stylish and yet it's still comfortable. It's so soft, and I love the color. I'm obsessed with everything gray, so it's kind of like a light and dark gray mix. It goes beautifully with so many different things. You can wear it with white, you can wear it with black, you can wear it with blue, like emerald green or like that like teal aqua sort of blue. It looks absolutely stunning with, and I love it so much. And the next clothing thing I have to give a shout out to is actually a brand of clothing, and this is a brand that is kind of near and dear to my heart because it's local to my area. It's called Summit Clothing Company, and it is founded by someone who lives in the area that I live, and he started out by selling clothes at farmers markets, and he is such a great guy. The guy that started it, his name is Liam Rice. He's an awesome, awesome guy. My sister actually works for him, and his clothing is so amazing. Not only because it's like some of the most comfortable stuff you will ever wear on your body, but there's another amazing factor to it. So I'm going to show you one of the shirts. This is one of their V-neck tees. This is a purple one. It's in the size small. Has their little logo right here. But the best part about this is what is on the tag. So the great thing about this brand is that for every $30 spent on Summit clothing, they donate a shirt to help clothe less fortunate villages in Uganda. So they donate a ton of their profits to help kids in Uganda. The guy that actually started this also goes to Uganda on mission trips. Just such an amazing thing. You get to wear these awesome clothes and yet you're also helping. It's just a really, really great thing. I love the company. They are so amazing. I have a few of their items here. This is a new one that I got. This is their V-neck tee. It fits really, really well. This is one of my favorites. It's also new, but I've only worn it once, but it's definitely one of my favorites. This is like a long sleeve t-shirt. Like Pink has shirts like this. It's just a long sleeve regular shirt like this. So cute. Comes in a ton of different colors. Love that. My ultimate favorite is this tank top. It's kind of like this burnout material, but actually you can't see that much. This has their old logo on it right here, but this is so comfortable. It fits so well. I'll insert a picture of me wearing it right here. It is so cute. I love it. And the last thing, which I was actually wearing earlier before I changed into this sweater, was this hoodie. It is so thick and heavy, you guys. This hoodie, oh my god. But I have the one with the gold logo right here. It is so thick. It is so warm. He has winter jackets. He has hats. He has different kinds of sweaters. He has like pullover sweaters, like running sort of sweaters. Literally every type of athletic wear clothing. Oh, there's sweatpants, there's joggers. Literally every kind of like athletic style clothing you could think of, they have. They're an amazing, amazing company. I believe in them 100%. I back them 100%. They are just so good. Their clothing is it's so amazing. It's such good quality, and the owner, he's just an amazing guy. So highly, highly recommend this. I would check them out. They are so good. So we have gotten through the favorites, you guys. I'm finally done with this video. I know it's gonna be hella long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I wish you an amazing 2018. And I hope you had a great time at the holidays, and I hope you have an even better new year. I'll see you then. Mwah. Bye, guys.